Hello Turbo fans and welcome to the Turbo Vlog, the vlog where I talk turbo fast and you get turbo confused. Yay! So by now you guys should know that I like to overshare, and in the interest of getting to know me a little bit better, I thought I'd reel off 7 of the most interesting facts that you may not know about me. You ready for this? Number 1, I have no gag reflex. You know how if you stick your fingers down your throat it'll make you throw up? Yeah, I can't do that anymore. When I was about 15 years old, I was eating some tasty fajitas when a chunk of my braces broke off and got lodged in my throat. By the time we got it out, I had no gag reflex anymore. Don't believe me? And on that gifable note, follow me on Tumblr. Number 2, I'm really good at trumpet impressions. Number 3! While I'm not a massive fan of heights or clowns, it's safe to say that my biggest fear is the concept of eternity. To me, the idea that time is endless is the most horrifying aspect of our reality. Even typically comforting thoughts such as heaven terrify me because the idea of eternal consciousness or even unconsciousness are the scariest things I can imagine. Time is like a roller coaster ride you can't get off, even after you die. Isn't that a comforting thought, existential crisis Kieran? You can say that again, wink. Number 4, my first kiss was in the sky. Between the ages of 16 and 18, I was dating an American girl online. People in real life didn't really like me, okay? We met for the first time 1 year into our relationship in New York City, and I can safely say that the little love explosion I felt when I saw her in person remains one of my most vivid and powerful memories to this day. On the flight from NYC to her home in Buffalo, New York, we shared our first kiss, and it was kind of painful because we were facing the same way on an airplane, but Let's move on. Number 5, when I was 9, I was diagnosed with being really smart. Why do I say diagnosed? Well, because it honestly feels more like a curse than a gift. Whenever I try to talk about it, people get offended and try to put me down or prove that they're smarter than me. The story is that while trying to determine if I had a mental disability, I was put through a series of professionally conducted IQ tests, and the results showed that I was in the top 1% of the population for intelligence. Before I knew what was going on, I was in private school, Mensa, and generally not my comfort zone. You see, the thing about my brain is apparently it's like a Ferrari, that I just don't know how to fuel. Number 6, I was born and raised a Jehovah's Witness. This explains my lack of fondness for Christmas, as I spent most of my childhood not celebrating the following events. These days I try to avoid mentioning my religious past simply because I don't want to make the witnesses look bad. I'm not exactly the best example of a Christian. I undoubtedly gained a lot of good moral guidance as a child, and while I now struggle to follow any organized religions, I still hold hope in a higher power. Finally, number 7, I have a twin. Well, I had a twin. Back in early 1990, when my mother was still pregnant with me, I was snuggled up beside my sister Amelia. While on her way to work, another driver caused my mother to have a car accident which claimed the life of my sister. The doctors told her that nothing had survived, and it wasn't until a week later that they discovered I was still alive. The name Thomas actually means twin, and it's the name that my father let my mother give me after the accident. He originally wanted to call me Dudley. Wouldn't that have been fun? So there we have it, 7 facts about me and my life and such. I genuinely hope that we all feel a little bit closer now. If any of you Turbo fans have a camera, then please tell me some of your interesting facts and post them as a video response to this video. I'm gonna tag a few friends right now, that Jenny B, Daniel J. Layton, and Spellbound Sama. TomSka out.